any more clues. Frenchwoman, one of your passengers, on the spectrum of the math. Sure. She did. As soon as the news is over, you turn off the radio so the cab is... Oh. Good. Good for her. Oh, you again, mistress. Infected him. Yep. Strange form of emotional trauma that causes her to say terrible things. It's you again, you know. You Ethruff! You Ethruff, right? You listen to me. Don't often cross paths with people who listen to me, don't make fun. Really appreciate it. Oh, second. Gently shrugs her shoulders. Drive towards the 16th arrondissement. She purses her lips and manages to stifle the insult ready to escape. You start the car, praying that this time around your passenger won't say anything during the ride. She heaves a heavy sigh. Hope it doesn't bother you too much. Wench! Some days are harder than others. It surprises most people, I guess. Oh, it does! It's more than teasing. You see, cauliflower-shaped anus! Looked away for a second, disgusted by her own coarseness. Our neighbor's son shakes her head. It's a long story. They're expats, Chinese. She works for Chanel, I think, and his big import-export company. Can't remember his name. Transatlantic Satellite! Something like that, anyway. She sighs. She's getting annoyed at herself. Their only son used to come help with his friends, awful husband and me. Now that we're separated, Rugrat! He still comes around, but he films me. Ugh. Oh, he's discreet about it, of course. Slips his phone in front of the pocket of his blazer and films me. He must think it's funny. An old lady who swears and calls everyone. And she opens her mouth again, she's glassy-eyed. Maybe even shares them with all of China. Shitty-ass Rugrat! We don't really have any idea what goes on over there. My daughter said I might have become a dick, and I saw her there. Raise your eye to look at your passenger. A syllable hangs in the air, oddly accentuated. It's beyond me. And plus, death pay! And plus, I'm not a good influence on this boy. Not any swear words, no way to learn a language. Especially not French. Language of love, of poetry, of ballads. She smiles a very sad smile at you. Her smile vanishes. That, and that's why I no longer see my grandchildren. My son thinks it's better we wait until it passes. I think he's right. You can tell she doesn't believe what she just said. You're not far. The back of your passenger is dousing himself in perfume. The smell is dizzy, overpowering, oppressive. Does this bother you? It's quite strong. My apologies. She blushes briefly. But wearing this hairiest perfume for 25 years. Such a part of me that I don't even notice it anymore. It was the first present my husband gave to me. It suits you. You can see the surprise in her eyes. She averts her gaze as she's trying to hide her feelings. Thank you. Russian whore! She hands you the fare but doesn't move. Is everything okay? Yes, it's just... I'm always anxious about going home so late. No one is there. No lights on. Every noise seems suspicious. Flabby vaginal queef. You wait until I'm home before you leave. Her voice suddenly very deep has a tone that makes your hair stand on edge. Yes. The passenger leaves the taxi and walks towards the lobby of her building. You watch her every move as she walks the dark meters between your taxi and the door. You chose not to mention that you do this for all your clients. Since the attack. Since you got hurt. Since you can't sleep like you used to anymore. She waves you as the door closes. You have just enough time to get a glass of a white marble, shiny copper stairwell. The door slams. Maybe the vigilante would have some information on a killer. Pull up to the next sidewalk in a calm, nondescript alleyway. No sign of your passenger. Cat jumps from one building to another. Two men are fighting in the shadows. Something is shining in the darkness. One of those Japanese sabers just reflected off a street lamp. You put a hand on the door handle, ready to run. The saber falls to the ground and the sound rings through the alleyway. One of the two men crumbles, the other walks towards your taxi with determination. The very last minute, just the door is about to open, and you recognize the passenger from before. The one who thinks he's a superhero. We can go. Same address as last time. Appears to be out of breath, but his voice is calm and poised. Put your foot on the accelerator. Behind you in the rearview mirror, you can see the lights and several apartments flick on. Apparently, the fight woke up some of the neighbors. Hey! Stops out of breath. Are you hurt? Yeah, I'm okay. He tenses his muscles, his chest inflates. He catches his breath. In the space of a few seconds, his heartbeat has returned to normal. I'm sorry, but I think I shit my pants a little. Hard to say since he has a mask on, but you're pretty sure he's looking you straight in the eyes. But don't you worry, there are no marks. I was just so scared. When he pulled his katana out, man, I was like, that's it, it's over. You had a good life and now he's going to cut you up like a turkey. But actually, I handled it. Pauses, nods. You sense him sitting up a little straighter. Yeah, I handled it. I handled the hell out of it. You see his mouth forming into a smile. He stays that way for a while. Actually, since last time I've made a whole lot of progress. I'm investigating a sort of organization, like mob types, you know? They're forcing kids to work in this squad. They're sorting through jewelry, wallets. Sometimes they're sent out to panhandle. Girls are sent to... Then you get the gist right. But the police aren't doing anything about it. First off, the kids aren't French. The organization is tied to Bernays and his nationalist German guy. They have ties with an extreme right-wing organization with connections to two police captains. I came to get photos. I want to alert the press. Outside, an ambulance crosses your path. No sirens. No lights. Almost as a moving van. And while I was going about my business, that guy jumped me with his katana. Scared me to death. He pauses for a while. His body is radiating heat. And I holler and he starts smoking. He clears his throat. What I'm about to say will probably sound pretty weird, okay? Since I've been chasing this organization down, I really feel like I'm doing something useful. Like I can make a difference. And shit, that makes it all worth it. Would it be okay if I just got some stay for the rest of the trip? I think I need to. He falls asleep mid-sentence. The trip continues in silence with you, the whale and a masked hero in the backseat. What if you'd taken those martial arts classes? What if you had known how to defend yourself? Maybe that night. You had a gun, man. There's no point thinking about it. He or she snuck up on you, attacked you from behind. Newly. Always the same effect on you, of surprise. Surprised to be reminded of this town next to Paris. Calm, pointless, unremarkable, boring as hell. At long last, you pull up in front of the driveway you dropped your passenger off at last time. He wakes up with a start. Already? Yes, already. I couldn't have slept for 20 more hours. You glance through your dashboard. I have an essay to turn in 6 hours, so wish me luck. Thank you. He sighs and stretches for a while. Something in his neck cracks. Anyhow, shall we breakfast as they sleep? That's the plan. He pays the fare and rushes into his building a few seconds later. You sit still, alone. Once the coast is clear, you check the back seat to make sure it's clean. It is, no trace of blood. You sigh in relief and drive off. Alright, cashier. Give me a clue. Yeah? Lazy guy, huh? Must know something about the killer, right? Almost happy you brought it up. There's another clue. You were in fact made a return on my investment. I don't need a newspaper. I don't need gas. Let's go pick up this guy. Is this the model from before? With the guy who goes to the airports? Carlo. Oh, he literally had nothing to say, so I just what the fuck? Alright, Herb. Give me a reason to think it's not you. Yeah, 24-year-old fare, as if. Getting damn cold out. Ow, hi, Herb. Look in the rearview mirror, homeless man is clutching his left side. Alright already, Freddy? Everything alright? Yeah, sure, fine. Can't make helping a face. You're really not looking that great. Don't worry, don't worry. I had a little fight last night with this guy. It's all taken care of now, taken care of. What kind of fight? Who gives a shit about what kind of fight it was? All he knew was he took something that belonged to me and he paid the price. See how he wasn't all that bad. But you let someone steal your stuff, you're done for, sure. Have to show him you're tough, you're a big shot. Pass me clears his throat. You wouldn't happen to have a little something to drink, would you? You know, like they do in a few newfangled cabs these days? Chauffeur-driven cars. That's right, I don't have anything sorry. I don't mean water, you know. I realize that. Usually you're not such a pain. Loses himself in thought. Seems struggling to keep his eyes open. They're more often shut than open now. You really are a good guy, you know. Sleepy smile. Hey, serious, you don't mind if I get a little shut-eye on the way, do you? Enjoy. But it's still a painful grimace of a smile. And then he's sound asleep. Soothed by the warm air of the car heater, you continue to drive in silence. He wakes up and looks around. Straight on first, where are we? Hands out close for the winter, they were going to open a new shop, you could say. And I am the first one, huh? Or is it open? 2 days from now? Don't worry, I have plenty to keep me busy. Found some books, one on yoga, the other on a book from the old handsome dude. You know, the guy who talks on the radio? Help pass the time. Tap on the shoulder, he reaches for the door and stops short, overcome with a spasm of pain. Fuck! Don't worry, worry. See you next time. Yeah. Turns you can give him one of your big smiles. Climbs out gingerly. Thanks for turning up the heat. That was nice. Sigh and start the cab. Probably got enough time for one more fare. So let's listen to the radio if possible. Listen to the news again. DJ started French music scene in the night he was found dead in his home. That guy. Can we keep listening? I want to catch up on my other passage. Please get there in time. The one suspect I haven't spoken to. That is the only suspect I have not ferried. Hospital St. Louis, of course. Your suspect, the retired policeman. You could have easily guessed. Nod your head and start the engine. He yawns. Didn't sleep a wink. Same here. Slightly embarrassed. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Not a problem. When I was your age, I can go entire nights without sleeping. I was sitting at my desk for a couple hours and I was ready to go on for the day. But now I went one night without sleeping. I'm going to feel it for a week. I don't know what's got into me. It's like I'm waiting for someone to come home. Like I had a son or daughter telling me, I swear, Dad, I'll be home by midnight. But at 3 a.m., they're still not home. Dawn has not yet broken over Paris. Clears his throat. I think it comes from the mother of a murder victim, one of my old cases. Investigation from a few years ago. I ran into her on the steps of the courthouse just before the trial, and she told me. The hardest part is hearing a noise in the hallway and knowing it can't be her coming home. The hardest part is knowing she'll never come home again. They dispatched me to a parking lot where the body of a young woman was found. She'd been raped and her throat was slit. It was the work of a monster, a wild beast. Makes it sound like he wants to interrupt himself. I honestly think every man has it in him, you know. It's in our instinct, carved into our genes. She was 19 years old. 19. Just a kid. Gets back to his story. There's blood on the pavement, a little river of it. The young woman was propped up on a post, a t-shirt pulled over her face. Son of a bitch didn't even have the balls to look her in the eye. He'd gone through her bag looking for spare change. All he'd found was some makeup and some old chick stubs. We found his fingerprints on the stubs. He used his thumb to fan through her expenses. At the time, I remember thinking what a shame it was to have bought all that stuff only to die right after. It was just my mind's way of keeping busy, though, to avoid looking death in the face. When you're a cop, as you get older, you learn to look everyone in the eye. Makes them more human, whether they're alive or dead, victims or criminals. Did you catch them? Yes, but much later. We just started working with DNA. We're still on shaky ground. We made mistakes. 5 victims in all. That was when I had to learn to look people in the eye. The victims couldn't have been turned into numbers. Evidence. It seems crucial to inform the victims' parents of our success and our mistakes. It was crucial to reduce the monster that did it to who he was. An abused kid. Forgotten and destroyed by the system. He got a life sentence. Good for him. But the system failed us. Failed the victims. When it comes to crime, there is no winner. These old stories still get to me. Years later. Seems out of breath. He sits up, squares his shoulders, and changes position. You're coming up to the hospital. The system, we don't control it. It controls us. No more. No less. It decides whether we're born here or there. It makes us grow up and teaches that women are fragile objects and men are violent animals. And up to the moment the system kills us, we try to break its rules. You park, but the passengers don't budge. You cry sometimes. He looks you in the eye. Yes. Good. I didn't learn how until it was too late. But it's natural. We're designed to evolve, to change. But only when Mother Nature makes us. Oh. Well, the one before. Put the newspaper away, could come in handy. I won't have time to read it. Pretty sure that was my last day. Yeah, she won the Fields Medal. Her, the Waves girl. Update the board. Desire to sleep. Get back to work. So, I don't see anything new. I don't really think it's him now. It honestly seems like it might be Pierre or Herve. Most of the evidence goes toward Pierre, but... and Herve. It's kept the weapon, right? Herve wouldn't have an actual gun. And they were all shot. All of them were killed with a bullet. There's a spent bullet case. No sign of violence. Death was an execution. Herve doesn't seem like the type that could execute. He seems more like the kind that would brutally fight them. I think it's Pierre. It's a moment of truth. Hello. Hi. Ice cold. So? No background noise. She must not be at the station. Where are you? I'm... somewhere, none of your business. I like clinking noise, the sound of a teacup on a coaster, maybe. What have you got for me? Her voice sounds louder, confident. Suspects are all lined up, all the evidence is a whole mess of your ideas. Your stomach is in a knot. I don't have to remind you, you cannot get this wrong. I have a meeting in 2 hours with the district attorney and the chief of police. Even the Minister of the Interior will be in the corner of the room somewhere. Obviously, I'm thrilled. But I certainly don't want to put too much pressure on you. You can almost hear the smirk she must be wearing. Lay down the receiver. Now, you have to decide. Fuck. They were wealthy. Only the victim too had the stolen wallet, though. He could have just been in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I don't think it was a gun. I think it's Pierre. As if you look, he doesn't even have the right height. Now, because we have the extra bit of the height. So it's either the old policeman, or you, Pierre. Is it Paul? Or is it Pierre? They're both the right height. I already know it's not Claudia. It can't be Claudia, right? Fuck. Fuck. I'm sorry, Pierre, it's just... Right, the first 3 victims, even victim 4, he has a connection with 4 of the victims. Even crime scene 2, weapon kept in shape, correct height. And his dad was an old cop. You finish talking. She says she's not convinced. You sure what you're saying? Something's not right. Wait a minute. See what she thinks of Paul. Very quick, too quickly. Flawlessly, and let's see what I can get to do with all this. Heave a huge sigh. Well, for your sake, it's good work. Word in edgewise, I'll call you tonight, try and get some sleep. No, she's probably gonna... Might be your last night of freedom. Fucking course she would. Oh, fuck. Decided to go to bed. Kill time. Please tell me I got it right. Fuck. You open one eye. Hard night, restless. You aged 5 years in a matter of hours. You get up quickly. You're outside your studio. Oh. You barely got downstairs when you catch sight of Bousset. Leaning against the door of your cab, eyes wide open, forehead creased. Get in. Too early to react. Good news, you're right. Or at least the DA thinks your evidence is sufficient. We're gonna bring FRAGONARD in tonight. I have trouble. FRAGONARD is a mentor. Mine and half the squads. You can't understand. He's an institution. I need your help one last time. Later on tonight, we're gonna get FRAGONARD to leave home and find a way to get him into your taxi. Pen out of her pocket that she puts in a little cubby just above the car stereo. This is a bug. You need a confession. If you feel like it, if you think you can manage. I've seen you and heard you enough to know that you have a trick, a gift of getting people to talk. I need someone who I can trust to get close to FRAGONARD without making him suspicious. He's a cop. He knows how we work. No one's ever sent a taxi driver to make an arrest. He won't put up a fight. I hope he'll open up to you. That'll confess before things fall apart. Not too far from the hospital where he goes for his treatment, there's an alleyway under construction. There won't be any civilians, just us and him. Bousset doesn't budge. I know you can do it. You stick to the plan, nothing can go wrong. But if there's a problem, if you stick to the plan, there won't be any problems. You pick up the suspect, drive to the meeting point, then you're free. Easy as pie. Shit! Meteor comes on. Night is about to begin. Your last night. Well, I will return to this next time, and we will see if A, I'm right, and B, if we can get the confession. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.